Hello friends, we have to study now measurement of E by M by Thomson method. Here this E is a charge of electron and this M is the mass of electron. That is the ratio taken here, E, that is charge per unit mass, and hence is called as a specific charge. And the value of this E by M was successfully determined or successfully carried out by the J.J. Thomson at Cavendish Laboratory, which is in UK. So the main principle behind this E by M, or the behind the specific charge, is the specific charge E by M can be determined when electron travels or moves in both electric and magnetic field, which are mutually perpendicular to each other. So that in that case the net force acting on this electron is made zero. In simple words, the cathode rays, that is electron, are deflected by electric and magnetic field is measured in this method. So consider this figure. Here this tube is called as a discharge tube. In this discharge tube, two electrodes are placed. This one is cathode and this is anode, and along these electrodes circuit is made to apply a potential across these two electrodes. Again, two slits are there, S1 and S2, and which are maintained at the anode potential. Then this is a positive plate, this is a negative plate. Along these plates circuit is made to apply a potential difference along the two plates such that we can apply here electric field, and in that case the direction of electric field is from positive plate to negative plate. This front side of the tube is called as a fluorescent screen because this screen is coated with a fluorescent material such as ZnO. Now using this plate one can apply electric field whose direction is from this positive plate to negative plate. And now we have to apply magnetic field, so we keep this uh, discharge tube in between two pole pieces of magnet such that we apply a magnetic field which is perpendicular to this electric field and the path of the electron. So here we doesn't show here magnetic pole pieces, only this dotted circle shown which represent the influence of magnetic field when it is applied, this dotted circle. So this is the construction, that is we here to this is a discharge tube, two electrodes are there, cathode and anode, along which potential is applied. Then this is positive plate, this is negative plate. Using this one can apply electric field. This is fluorescent screen and this tube is placed between two pole pieces of magnets. Now let us see its working. Suppose at initial condition here, if we doesn't apply electric field and magnetic field also, so in this case, now here if we apply a potential difference across this cathode and anode, so in that case cathode rays are produced, that is negative beam of electron is produced, and this beam of electron travels in this direction. After passing through the slit S1 and S2, it becomes a fine beam of electron. Further, this beam passes through this passes in between the plates, positive plate and negative plate, but we here doesn't apply any electric field. So this electron beam goes like this in a straight line direction and reach at point O, which is on the fluorescent screen. Now apply the electric field through this plate. So when electric field is applied to this positive and negative plate, here the direction of electric field is from this positive to negative plate. So in that case, the electron beam now when passes through the electric field, then this electron beam slightly displaces from the original path when it come in the field, come in the electric field, and it goes like this and reach at this point O double dash, which is on this fluorescent screen. Then one question is there, why this beam displaces from its original position? And reason is that this electron beam consists of a negative charge and this is a positive plate. So due to this, the electron beam slightly displaced towards the positive plate side. Now place this discharge tube in between pole pieces of magnets. That is, we apply a magnetic field and which is perpendicular to this electric field and also perpendicular to the this path of the electron. So in that case, one can displace the deviated beam by increasing the magnetic field. So if we started to increase the value of magnetic field, then this displaced beam again start to come at this point O. And when it comes at O, this condition is called as equilibrium condition, where the electric field is equal to magnetic field. And again, if we increase the magnetic field, then the electron beam again displaces and come at point O dash. So this is the working part. Then again question is there, how we calculate the value of E by M from this method. So for this, consider at initial condition both electric and magnetic field are not applied on are not used in the initial condition. So in that case, the electron beam from this cathode travels in a straight line and come at point O, and this is called as a unreflected beam. Now when we apply a magnetic field which is perpendicular to this electron beam, so in that case see this figure, when no electric and magnetic field is applied, so in that case electron beam goes along this straight line path like this and come at point O, which is on the fluorescent screen. Now when magnetic field is applied on the electron beam, here this dotted circle represents the influence of magnetic field. So when electron beam comes in the influence of this magnetic field, it deviates like this and follows a circular path. And beyond the influence of this magnetic field, this electron beam follows a straight line path and reach at point O dash, which is on the fluorescent screen. Here this distance O to O dash is D, and one can calculate this distance from the measurement which are on the fluorescent screen. So again see here, if we increase this circular or this curve, then we get a big circle having the radius r and its center of the circle is capital R. So one can get two triangles, triangle QOO dash, having this angle is 90 and this angle is theta, and also another one triangle is triangle PSR, where this angle is 90 and this angle is theta. This side, that is PR, is R, and also RS dash is also R. Here this distance S dash is negligible, so we can take the value of RS also equal to small r. So here this circular path followed by this beam is provided by the application of magnetic field. That is, the circular path corresponds to the circular path is followed by the magnetic field. So here centripetal force is equal to magnetic force. Why? Because the centripetal force corresponds to this circular path and this magnetic force corresponds to the application of magnetic field. As we know the value of centripetal force, that is mv square upon r is equal to magnetic force, whose value is EVB sin theta. But here the value of theta is 90 degree and hence sin theta is equal to 1. So only remaining terms are BEV. So magnetic force is equal to BEV. Here this one V and this V gets cancelled. So MV divided by R is equal to B into V. After rearranging the term, one can get E by this M. E by the M is equal to V upon B into R. Call this equation as equation number 1. Now we know this value of B, but we doesn't know the value of V and value of R. So if we calculate this value of V and R, then we can calculate the value of E by M. So for this, consider this triangle here, triangle QOO dash and triangle PSR. Triangle QOO dash and triangle PSR. Here from this triangle QOO dash, this angle is theta. So if you take tan theta, which is O dash divided by QO dash. But here the value of O dash is small d. So instead of this O dash, we write here d upon this QO dash. Call this as equation number 2. Now consider this triangle PSR. So in this triangle, this angle is theta. So if we take tan theta from this triangle, so tan theta is equal to PS upon RS. Here this RS dash is equal to R, but this distance is negligible distance, so we take value of RS is equal to small r. So here PS divided by value of RS is small r. Call this equation as equation number 3. Now here the equation number 2 is the value of tan theta, and equation 3 is also value of tan theta. So compare these two equations. So from equation 2, value of tan theta is equal to d divided by q o dash, and from 3, value of tan theta is equal to ps divided by r. So here we get the value of r. So after rearranging the terms, so this r is equal to ps into q o dash divided by this d. This is equation number 4. So now we get the value of r, and we have to calculate now this value of v. So for this, as we know, when there is no electric and magnetic field is there, so in that case electron beam come at point O, which is undeflected beam, and when we apply only electric field, in that case electron beam displaces and come at point O double dash. And then if we started to increase the magnetic field by applying magnetic field perpendicular to this electron beam and also perpendicular to the electric field, then this displaced beam started to come at point O. And when this beam come at point O, again this beam becomes a undeflected beam, and in that case the applied electric field is equal to applied magnetic field. That is, here now magnetic force is equal to electric force. When this equilibrium condition is there, so in that case the magnetic force value is VEV is equal to electric force, the multiplication of E into E. So here this E and this E gets cancelled, and we have to calculate the value of V. So V is equal to E by B. This is equation number 5. So now we get value of R and value of V. So put these two values in this equation number 1. So E by M is equal to this 1 upon B. Now put the value of V, that is E upon B, and put the value of R. Here R is in the denominator, so write this equation in reverse, that is D divided by PS into Q O dash, that is E divided by this P into P, that is B square, into D divided by PS into Q O dash. This is the final equation, equation number 6. So here, after substituting the value of E, value of D, value of B, PS and QO dash, we can find the value of E by M, and which is equal to this E by M is equal to 1.7589 into 10 power 11 coulomb per kg. This value of E by M was independent of the gas used in this discharge tube, and also this is independent of the nature of this electrode. So after knowing the value of E, D, B, PS and Q dash, we can find the value of E by M. Thank you.